Hello, everybody. You can call me Hunch. Today I got a banger for you. Well, at least I think it's a banger. I like to hear myself talk, though. Before we get into it, this is not financial advice. This is all theoretical. I just like observing the psychology because it tells you a lot about markets, because crypto is like the regular market on steroids. If you haven't picked that up, man, I don't know what you're doing. Anyway, let's talk about it. We're going to be talking about stacks. We're going to be talking about meme madness, Welsh. We're going to be talking about all sorts of grand ideas, okay? Now, I kind of go long-winded, so follow me here. Please watch the whole thing so you can follow my thought process. I don't just, like, spew it all out at the beginning. So, let's get into it. Let's stop the music, okay? Let's get it set up here. Okay, so I want to start with a short clip of a video I made 2 years ago, okay, when I called the bear market. Okay, so this was like right at the start of the bear market. It's my most viewed video I've ever had, 5.4K views. Okay, it's very short. Please just listen. Top 10, top 20, right? The problem is why I think there's going to be a crypto winter is because there is so much liquidity and so much market cap and in all of these, right? And if you're going to need to scale them anyway with more L2s and more coins, right? And then ZK rollups is going to render them completely useless, right? What's going to happen to all these, right? I think they're going to gain a shit ton of market cap based on adoption. Then they're going to have to re-engineer it. There's going to be a new coin, and all the money's going to flow out, and everyone's just going to be confused about how you scale, what we should use to scale, right? Which chains are actually money, right? This is why Bitcoin wins, right? Because, okay, so now we're in a very different time then, right? Like the Fed was on the precipice of raising rates at the fastest rate they've ever done, right? Or they had already begun, right? And the market was confused. All these chains were going up. It's sort of like what's happening now, except we're in a different position, right? This is M2 now in this channel, right? And I've talked about a lot of reasons why they've got to print, right? Whether it's China, whether it's the US, please go watch my videos on that. You know, the deficits, the real estate bubble in China, and the walled garden they have around investing, and the non-seizurability of Bitcoin. All these things, right, are putting us in a completely different zone. So I don't think we're topped. Maybe we are. There's a high risk of this, non-financial advice, right? But there's also one other huge difference, right? And that difference is that Stacks is actually starting to moon with Solana before everything else, right? And Stacks is the only L2, right? You have Lightning, Liquid, whatever. But it's really only the L2 of Bitcoin. And what did they remove smart contracts from the base layer, right? And they put it on the L2, right? Because adding those smart contracts makes you vulnerable to hacks. It ruins your decentralization to some extent. And the market is becoming smarter, right? I mean, I've been talking about this for years on this channel, getting 50 views, 50 subscribers, right? But the market is finally starting to pick this up. Now, I just want to say that please go watch this video on Alex, because it's going to reiterate this concept right here with chill, focused, and wait. And why is that important, right? Well, that's important because Stacks is getting a lot of congestion and criticism right now about not being able to swap. It's not working, blah, blah, blah. It seems like a pretty good problem to have, actually, right? If you think about it, you filthy animals. But people are starting to pick up and go in the right direction with this. And this is a big-time investor, venture capitalist, whoever he is, right? He's talking about Stacks continuing to have the most ability to reprice to the upside, right? It's still relatively low market cap. The Nakamoto release is coming out with SBTCs, SBTC ability, right? So you can convert to SBTC and use it Bitcoin on an L2 that settles on Bitcoin, right? This is not ICP. This is not Elastos, right? Where they settle off the chain or whatever. Now, maybe I'm missing something, but this is directly connected to the chain. So that's bullish, right? And I just want to reiterate some facts here, right? You have Stacking DAO, which is Liquid Stacks, is gaining insane amount of total value locked within a week of launching. But also this, right? Munib is addressing this. He's saying he feels the pain about the long wait times and the miners coming online and blah, 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 and its inability to settle. And I thought for a second, you know, this reminds me of something. Oh, down here, this is important. For the upgraded Nakamoto coming, it's about 120 times more fast, right? And I trust what Munib is saying, right? He's got people backing him. He's been fully transparent about his thoughts, right? But this upgrade and this congestion and this bad but good situation Stacks is in reminds me of something. It reminds me of Cardano. When Cardano pumped to $80 billion and their roadmap was a disaster. They had Byron, Shelley, Basho, Voltaire. They had Hydra. I don't even know what these are. These are all new phases from the last time, okay? It's insane how much it pumped and how many problems and how many issues it had during that bull run on promises, right? The leader, Hodkins or whatever, I can't remember what his name is, would get on live stream and tell them about phases, and people would be like completely zombified and into it, right? So this problem is not it can be overcome, right? It's a good problem to have. Now, that's all the important stuff. Let's talk about what you degenerates want to talk about, which is Welsh. And the most important thing is we got listed on CoinGecko, okay? This is going to get a lot of retail eyes on it. I think you probably all know that, right? That's not novel, right? If you look here, what did you degenerates do, bro? Last week, we're at 0.000017. We are now at 0.0042. What is going on? That is almost 40 times in 1 week. You could have put $1 in here and you would have been like, wow, this is fantastic. I'm having a great fucking day. What are you doing? Now let's talk about this. I think this is fabulously interesting. I'm going to take you through my day and what I did on Twitter today, okay? Because I feel like that's the best way to go about this, okay? So I said, this is how my day started. I said, memes are all about marketing. A Welsh Corgi is adored by the masses. It also brings women and kids into the mix, right? It's got a wide base of people that like it. The Dogecoin phenomena resonated within the Asian community. I think that's generally true. Maybe not. Welsh will hit everyone, and the logo is much more marketable. So there's the logo, right? It's cute. Very cute. Right? You can put that on shirts, whatever. So Philip, he's in Daiko. If you don't know Daiko, go look them up. He's one of my theoretical positions, right, that I really like. I said, I don't know, bro. Girlfriend, he said, I don't know, bro. My girlfriend literally just said they're fat and slow, but they're okay in the background. Still generational wealth. I said, dump, 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 right? And he said, the question is dump what? And I said, dump Doge. Okay. So this is marketing genius. You want to know what subsequently followed? Dump Doge. Buy Welsh campaign starts now. Is that not the most brilliant idea, right? Dump Doge, the Dump Doge campaign, right? That is brilliant in my mind. Now, maybe I'm just tooting my own fat horn here, but that's unbelievably brilliant in my mind. I subsequently continued the shitpost. Dump Doge, buy Welsh will be the rally cry heard around the world. Right? I mean, everyone is about this life, okay? This is an unbelievable idea, okay? I continued to do it. I cannot stop. There's something going on in my hands where I just keep texting it. Dump Doge, buy Welsh, dump Doge, buy Welsh, dump Doge, buy Welsh, dump Doge, buy Welsh. You could see them screaming that at each other. Dump Doge, buy Welsh, dump Doge, buy Welsh, dump Doge, buy Welsh, dump Doge. Right? It could go on forever. It's unbelievable, this marketing campaign. Somebody start making memes. I'm telling you, it's actually bananas. But there's some real logic to this, right? There's only one meme on the Stacks chain, basically. Okay? Every chain has a meme, right? Whether it's Cosmos with Chihuahua, Bonk on Solano, right? SHIB and Doge, SHIB on Ethereum, Doge is its own chain. I said, this guy said, Bitcoin maximalists has been sidelined for years out of degeneracy. Now they finally have a meme coin to shove $840 billion into. Welsh to hundreds of billions. Now, is this going to come true? No, right? You have to be careful, right? You should not be putting your life savings in this. You shouldn't even be doing this, right? Like, this is just about observing interesting markets, okay? If any of you are doing this, I'm disappointed in you. Please do not participate in this degeneracy. Go get a financial advisor. I tweeted this today because it seems to make sense to me, and someone write a comment about it below. Just an observation. It seems like we are reaching escape velocity, right? As evidenced by this fucking chart, okay? Let's see if I can get back to it. Escape velocity for Welsh. And if I had to choose odds, it seems like it's approaching the point that a 1 billion market cap is more likely than not. That does not mean it will happen. It's just interesting to think about. Again, don't buy it. It's just interesting to think about what's going on here. I think this is pretty funny, though. This guy responded under that. He said, if Welsh is 1 billion, where does Stacks go? And I said, this is great. Take this into account. I don't know. I probably will have shit my pants so bad at that point, I will be disoriented ×4. Now, if you don't know what disoriented ×4 means, it's a medical term, meaning I won't know where I am. I don't know where or who I am. I don't know why I'm there. And I don't know what time it is. Okay? Did you follow me there? I think I got all 4. I'll be so disoriented from the madness, I'll probably be dead or disoriented ×4. Now, here's how you know it's the top. This is great economics here. This is great philosophy. If Welsh Corgis become one of the most popular adopted dogs, like Doge last time, we've topped. Okay, it's time to get the out, theoretically, if everybody is adopting Welsh Corgis. First of all, they're probably right. They're not that athletic. They're fat. They're long. They're like a weird dachshund with fur, right? I mean, it's right? Marketable, but weird. Okay. Now I want to talk about 2 other things that I find interesting. I've got a lot to talk about, but I can't put it all in one video. One cat. One cat to me looks like it's absolutely going to moon, right? One cat, you can get it on Uniswap. You can get it on Unisat, but it looks like a wallet controls it all. I think it's an exchange, right? It could be bad, right? It could be a rug. I don't know. Not financial advice. High risk. But to me, it looks like it's going to fucking moon just based off this chart, okay? It broke above this resistance, right? And we're just continuing to go up. Now, it's a, what is it? Fully diluted value, 73 million. I think it's probably got a good brand, right? It's marketable. I wrote bullish, right? I mean, this stuff is pretty cool, man. I mean, I hope that's not a license thing. I'll listen to it without music. But this is pretty awesome in my mind, right? So go check it out. I could be wrong, right? It's a browser game. Now, there's risks to this, right? Oh, here's another thing. They're releasing an NFT collection. And I said this in the last video. I think this is going to be popular like Bitcoin frogs, right? Because they put, if you go watch that video, there's another video, right? He's shooting frogs there. Bitcoin frogs, one of the most popular ordinals NFT collections, right? Does that mean it's going to go? No, but I'm trying to make connections here. Okay. Now, this is important. There's definitely risks to this. Influencers be bullish on crypto games, be like, XYZ project is on the cutting edge and going to take the gaming market by storm, the crypto game, right? Okay, so I get that, but it's not about the game in my mind. And this is, I've been talking about this for weeks, why I think Bitcoin DeFi is the place to be and not gaming crypto, right? We evidence that by like GameSwift, which is one they keep bringing up, right? And it's doing nothing compared to like Alex and Daiko and all those things, right? But it's not about the game to me. It's about how marketable is it, right? It's about the art. It's about all of that stuff. So we talked about that. Anyway, high risk, Welsh, one cat, everything going on. It's crazy. You know, I talk about a lot of things, but I just think it's so important to be paying attention right now, right? If these things are mooning with that M2 supply, right touching off that line of upward that I showed you in the beginning, I think we could be on the precipice of something life-changing, theoretically, not financial advice. Did you get all that? Holy shit, that was a lot. I hope you watched to the end. Please be careful. I do not own any of these assets. I do not care if they go up or down. I think it's interesting to look at, right? I'm trying to get better at charting. I'm trying to get better at understanding markets, liquidity, volumes, so on and so forth. Please be careful with whatever you do. I am not a genius. I'm just a guy on the internet. Please always remember that. Not financial advice. I know I spelt it wrong. That's part of the humor. I love ya. You can call me Hunch, baby. Have a good night.